It's a terribly sad day here in Allegheny County as all of us mourn the loss of two steel workers here from the explosion that occurred yesterday at batteries 13 and 14. Our thoughts and prayers and hearts are with the employees here at U.S. Steel, with the members of USW, their family and friends, in the entire community of Clairton and communities throughout the Mon Valley. I'm here to provide an update of the role that Allegheny County played in being on site here yesterday and today. But before I get into that, I want to offer some gratitude with the folks who were involved in emergency response yesterday. We had dozens of local agencies respond, and we are so grateful to the work that the first responders did to do their best to remove people from the site and get them the medical care that they needed. We are also joined today by a number of elected officials from all levels of government, Congresswoman Lee, Senator Piscatano, Rep. Gogenauer, Rep. Ingalls, Clairton Mayor Latanzi, and Pima Director Padfield. It was an incredible lift from our county departments yesterday under the direction of Chief Brown with Emergency Services and Superintendent Kearns from Allegheny County Police. They were on site to work with local responders, to coordinate response, to work with U.S. Steel and the employees to gather information to determine what happened yesterday. And I have assurance from U.S. Steel that they will continue to cooperate fully with our team at Allegheny County to get the information we need to do a thorough investigation. I think we all share a common goal that we want to get to the bottom of what happened, and we want to prevent it from ever happening again. So at this time, we do have an ongoing investigation that is active, and we can share some information around that. I also want to touch on the air quality and some notes from our Department of Health. So, yesterday, after the explosion, we did watch the air quality monitors at Clairton, Liberty, and North Braddock. I do have to say they all showed levels of PM 2.5 and sulfur dioxide to be within the national ambient air quality limits throughout the event yesterday and today. Further, hydrogen sulfide levels were also low and below the state's nuisance threshold level. So good signs. We are appreciative of the governor for sending in additional resources from DEP so that we can do some additional monitoring. Yesterday we did issue, because of an abundance of caution, a stay-at-home order, and that was lifted early in the evening. We currently do have Allegheny County Health Department contractors on site doing routine inspections of the coking operations today. We did have two Allegheny County Health Department employees on site yesterday during the explosion. Both are okay and have returned home safely. Because it's an active investigation, we are going to, focus on getting the information that we need and ensure long-term compliance with the permit conditions that regulate the Clairton Coke Works. And I just have to, again, express my gratitude to all the departments across Allegheny County, from the police to emergency services to our health department to our medical examiner's office. They've all done a tremendous job to bring professionalism and resources to this tragic event. And events like this are extremely difficult, and it also brings people together as a community. And I have to express my gratitude to Governor Shapiro for, again, contacting me once it happened to ensure that we were given any resources we needed from the state in order to pursue our rescue mission and to, complete this investigation. So I want to thank Governor Shapiro for being here, and I'm going to invite him up to the podium to provide some remarks.
Thank you. Let me begin where the county executive led off. I think it is important to note her appreciation for all of the different departments here in Allegheny County that responded to this tragedy here at the Clairton Coke Works. I think it is also critically important to not just thank them, the first responders that ran toward danger, but to thank your county executive who was in charge of this emergency, who handled it effectively, who brought all of the resources to bear in order to be able to address the needs of this community. The county executive and I spoke multiple times yesterday. I thought she did an extraordinary job in really difficult circumstances, and we appreciate her leadership here. I want to say just how thankful I am to each and every first responder, to each and every member of the United Steelworkers who literally every day go forward in their jobs to help build this region, build this Commonwealth, and build this country. It is dangerous work that they do. It shouldn't be as dangerous as it was yesterday. And we owe them an answer for what happened. We owe them the answers to their questions, and we owe them to never forget the sacrifices that occurred here yesterday. I have been assured in both my conversation yesterday with Dave Burritt, the CEO of U.S. Steel, who you will hear from in a moment, and again in the briefing that we just had, that U.S. Steel is committed to two things. Number one, getting to the bottom of what occurred and ensuring a safe plant for their workers when they return. And number two, making sure that the broader community is protected going forward. As the county executive noted, there was a lot of government working together yesterday and continues today. Local, state, and federal government all working together. And while we should be proud of the fact that your government officials and your first responders are doing what they need to do, we need to remember that this was a human tragedy, that we lost 2 lives here yesterday at this plant, that there are others who remain hospitalized and injured. I hope you'll join me and Lori in continuing to pray for those who are injured and for those families who lost a loved one. Part of the reason why we're a bit late here is I had spent a good deal of time this morning together with Tricia and Lucy, the sister and the girlfriend of one of our beloved steelworkers who worked in this facility for nearly 2 decades. He went by the name of TQ. TQ is a special person, a devoted father of 3, someone who I understood served as a mentor to the other steelworkers who were here, someone that apparently you would go to on a rough day when you needed a joke or when you needed your stones busted. He was the guy who was there for others while being there as a leader in this plant. I think it's important to note that he was also a second-generation steelworker. He followed in his father's footsteps. And as his sister Tricia and his girlfriend Lucy shared with me, he was also a mama's boy who, after working long and tough shifts here at the plant, would go take care of his mom and look after his 3 children and look after Lucy's 2 children as well. He was devoted to them. He cared about them, and his life was cut too short because of what happened here at this plant. We have a responsibility to remember his legacy, to make sure that his memory lives on. And I trust that with Bernie Hall's leadership here at the Steelworkers and the commitment of Dave Burritt and the team at U.S. Steel, and of course the work that's going to be done by our county executive Innamorato and others. We will honor his legacy, and we will make sure that his children know that their dad was a special man, a good man, and a man who helped build this community with his hands the way his father did. We lost another life yesterday, and that family wishes that their identity should remain private at this time, and we will respect that. But know that the prayers of all 13 million Pennsylvanians rest with this Clairton community, rest with those two individuals who lost their lives, and with those who continue with this struggle in the hospital to get physically well. I trust the county executive Innamorato will continue to lead this forward with the skill and the decency that she has. I know she will work with the mayor and the Clairton community to address any questions that they have about air quality and water quality. It bears repeating that under the leadership of Director Padfield at Pima, who joins me here today, we've provided the resources that have been requested, and there have been no troubling tests of air or water that we have seen yet, but we all want to remain vigilant, and I know the U.S. Steel joins us in wanting to remain vigilant to ensure the well-being of not just those who work at this plant, but all of the wonderful people who live in this community as well. It's going to take a team effort to rebuild here. It's going to take a team effort to lift this community back up. It's going to require the prayers of this Commonwealth, the great work of our county executive, and it's going to require a commitment from U.S. Steel to see this through. Dave Byrd has assured me and assured everyone else that that commitment would be there, and we appreciate his leadership. And with that, I'll turn the microphone over to Dave Byrd at this time.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you for your compassion. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your support. Also, County Executive, thank you very much for your leadership. Boots on the ground, it makes a difference. And also Bernie Hall and your team staying aligned to make sure we get to the solutions that everybody expects and deserves. This is an extraordinarily difficult day for the U.S. Steel family. We have suffered heartbreaking losses. First and foremost, on behalf of all of us at U.S. Steel, I want to extend my deepest condolences to the family and friends of the two employees we lost. We're holding you close in our thoughts and offer you our support. We're also thinking of the injured and their families. We are doing everything we can to support them. To our colleagues at Clairton, please know that professional counselors from our Employees Assistance Program are on site right now and are available to help in any way you need. We're working closely with local, state, and federal authorities to understand exactly what happened. We're not going to speculate. We're going to let the people do their work and support them in that important job. We will share as much as we can, as soon as we can, and we will take every step necessary to keep our people safe. Safety is and always will be our #1 priority. Every shift, every day, every facility, always. Thank you to our first responders, our own emergency teams, and the many employees who acted with courage and compassion after the incident.